To our Family First segment now, doctors say 1 in 5 children will suffer a bone fracture, and they're most likely to happen in warmer weather.
We spoke with a pediatrician from UR Medicine about the most common causes.
When my children were younger and there was somebody mowing the lawn, they weren't allowed outside for that half an hour.
Dr. Chris Cook says this is the time of year he sees many different injuries from outdoor activities, including lawnmower accidents.
I had one patient one time who was on top of a hill, and grandfather was on a riding lawnmower at the bottom of the hill and thought everything was safe. The child slipped and slid right into the riding lawnmower. Thankfully, lawnmower injuries aren't the most common cause of injury, but they're certainly the most common cause of devastating injury and crippling and potentially lethal injury.
Other common injuries this time of year come from falling from a jungle gym, bikes, scooters, trampolines, ATVs, and sports.
Every type of sport has different issues related to it, and certainly things like baseball and sliding can create injuries of the lower limbs.
Dr. Cook says New York State has safety guidelines when it comes to preventing these types of injuries.
Things like ATVs, likely anybody less than 10 probably shouldn't be on an ATV. And then between 10 and 16, there's some guidelines there in terms of size and mental capacity to understand how to control it and make appropriate decisions quickly.
And one of the best things you can do to keep your kids safe, make sure somebody is watching them closely.
It's impossible to prevent all injuries, and we can't have our children in bubbles. We need them to grow up as children. But we can have some common sense.
All right, he also says the most common fracture that he sees in children this time of year is a fracture of the arm.